Qi Qong, Tai Chi, and Seamm Jasani. I need to make sure I get that name right. Workout. It's not really a workout. It's a kind of meditative process in the morning. Keeps your joints limber, I guess. I don't know. Enhances your balance a little bit. I'm 65 and a half years old, so coming on 66. I've been doing this for 15, 20 years, maybe 30 years. God, I would need to go back and think about that. I've been learning it for 30 years. I came up with a kind of derivative of the Yang style. I tried to follow the instruction book, an old instruction book from the 30s, and learned as many moves as I could. But, you know, it's an unlimber, stiff, old, fatty, trying to interpret what the moves were for a very limber, you know, kung fu expert type person that was doing the Tai Chi tutorial. So I did the best I could. So this is like an old geezer's version of Tai Chi. I'll try and point out in the video when I switch from Qi Qong, there's a couple of rudimentary moves at the beginning. It's Qi Qong, can't remember their names. And then I go into my Tai Chi routine. I'll try and get all the way through it. Quite often I get self-conscious if I'm trying to video and I kind of mess up. I can't talk you through it because it takes too much concentration in the old noggin to get the moves right. They are not muscle memory. Even after so many years of doing this, they're not muscle memory. I really have to focus on what I'm doing, which I think is part of it, right? And then at the end, you'll see the transition. It's very different looking. I go on and do my Seamm Jasani, and I'll try and call that out as well. At least in the, you know, short interval between Qi Qong, Tai Chi, Seamm Jasani. You know, there's a minute to collect my thoughts. Recently, over the past year or two, I've also tried to do standing meditation at the end of it. If I try and put that into the video, you know, maybe I'll cut it. It's not very interesting. I'm just I mean, none of this, unless you're interested in Tai Chi, is very interesting. But at the end of it, I try and do a standing meditation. You'll see me try and set the timer on my Apple Watch for 5 minutes, and I try and do a standing meditation for 5 minutes. This is very different from the way I was taught to meditate, which was clear your mind, relax as much as possible. And I still do that on occasion, a deep relaxation type exercise that my psychotherapist taught me 30 years ago, 35 years ago. I still do that, but this standing meditation is quite different. You know, I tense my abdominal muscles, my leg muscles, so I'm not relaxed at all. I'm quite tense standing there, and I don't try and control the monkey mind. The monkey mind with 1,000 thoughts traipsing through your mind. What I try and do is just let them be transient and not focus. And I don't know if you do the same, but, you know, I kind of dig down into the gopher hole of whatever memory or whatever it is that's coming up in my head. I try not to go down the gopher hole, right? So the pictures or the memories, the monkey mind, go through, you know, 1 million of them go through in a 5-minute period, maybe more than that. But I try to just let them pass. Right, don't focus on them. And I don't try and get into a deep meditative state. I just try and stand there still and let the monkey mind play, but don't try and empty my mind. But the stillness is, I think, a meditative process. So it's a standing meditation. No one taught me how to do that. I just decided to try it myself. Don't know if it helps from a meditation point of view, but I enjoy doing it. So let me go and get my tripod. I'll set up and I'll try and do this all the way through without screwing it up. It takes about 10 minutes. It's not a workout. It's not a workout. I mean, it's to keep your, you know, balance, maybe increase a little bit of core strength. I don't know. It's not like my wife's Pilates. It's not focused on core strength, right? It's more a kind of moving meditation, right? So I enjoy doing it. I'm coming up to retirement. I want to do it, try and do it every day. So more to come on that, but let me go and get my tripod. I'll set up and hopefully this SD card's going to work okay. So here we are, 2025, May, a month before retirement, FYI. Just want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. So this is the Tai Chi routine, starting off with a couple of Qi Qong exercises. And I'll try and tell you when they're done, and then I'll go into Tai Chi and then Seamm Jasani. So Qi Qong first, simple exercise. Next Qi Qong exercise. Hands come round behind my back here, up on tippy toes. Plunk down. Roll my shoulders. Bend my knees, pushing up. Try not to hold your breath. Go slowly on this so you don't pull a back muscle. You should do everything slowly anyway. Up on one foot. Twist those wrists and that ankle 3 times. As full a rotation as you can. Lift that foot off the ground. Back to the resting position. Now I start my Tai Chi exercise. That's the end of Tai Chi routine. Long form yang as far as I know. Seamm Jasani. Standing meditation. I'll try and set my alarm for 5 minutes. My alarm's not watching. Watch. The alarm on my watch is not working. I need to charge my watch. So I'm going to try and just guess at around about 5 minutes. I have my feet about shoulder apart. I'm not looking at them, but about shoulder apart. Turn your toes in a little bit because you think you're standing with your feet straight. You're not. You're splayed out like this. So turn your toes in a little bit till it feels as if you're kind of standing pigeon-toed a little bit, but you're not. You're just straightening your feet about shoulder width, right? Bend your knees. Your knees should be bent throughout this. No locking of knees at any time. And then turn your hands out. Stiffen up those core muscles. Pull the crown of your head up as if by a string. That's a standing meditation position. Eyes open or eyes closed. But if you do have your eyes open, let distractions float across your vision. Don't concentrate on them. Ditto with the noises. If there's a conversation in the background, let it flow through you. Don't get involved and sucked into it. And all those monkey mind items, let them flow through, across. Don't engage. Don't try and dissuade them. I personally feel that's impossible for me. I just try not to focus and go down the gopher hole attached to any pun in particular. I'm going to keep quiet. I can speed through this, there's nothing happening. So, absent the timer, I just counted my breaths. That was 80 breaths. And I didn't start until I started my meditation. So, I'm going to say that's about 4.5 minutes. And that's enough for me right now. My legs are burning. I feel pretty good. So, complete the circle. Quite often I'll bend at waist here. Just hang it and let it stretch out a little bit. And relax all my muscles and let them just stretch out. And like that. Quite often I'll do this before I start my exercise routine. Just hold it as long as I can. Again, my legs are burning already, so not very long. There's also another one that I remember seeing. When you stretch up, imagine like a chain that you pull and it pulls the bucket over and all the water flows down over you. You can imagine it. Just washing away all your stress. That's it. Thanks for watching.